blah, the Mark and Chris show, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's pretty much it. Are we going to do
that's a bit violent. Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Mark and Chris show.
Mark and Chris show.
Tres.
Numero tres. Très bien.
Yeah.
I'm here to clean your pool.
Cue sexy music.
Mm.
It's very good. It doesn't suit you.
No, it doesn't suit me whatsoever. I went to a Simpsons quiz night dressed as stupid sexy Ned Flanders, but I can't wait to get rid of it, and I miss my beard like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Because when you've got a beard, you always have a friend.
And when you don't have a beard, you look like you're a weird little child.
Yeah. Today we're talking about childhood toys and prized possessions.
Yes. Today I brought something. It doesn't look very impressive. It's just
sure it
small.
does.
It's just well, maybe it's an antique.
Get in there real close. Get in there real close.
We're talking
Look at the detail on that.
Thunderbirds, Tracy Virgil's
that butt.
/ Virgil Tracy, depending on who you are. A toy from Matchbox in 1992. This isn't the first Virgil Tracy toy I have.
Or Tracy Virgil.
I've had.
What do you mean, Chris?
Yeah. I thought you'd ask. I hope you'd asked. I was a big Thunderbirds fan when I was a young child. I took one of these on a trip to Tasmania. I was playing with it all the time, but then I left it in the playground for some reason. I just, I have a lapse in memory. And it was stuck in Tasmania, as far as I knew. We flew back to home, Adelaide, South Australia, across the narrow sea, if you will.
Bass Strait.
I was devastated, little Chris. It was like my childhood was ruined. All those cherished times. I know. It's a tear-jerking story. Thanks for.
And yet, how did you get it back?
It's a funny you should ask that, Mark.
It is funny is what it is.
As soon as I walked in the front door, when I got home from that family trip, I walked in and it was in a prominent place.
Oh, so you would see it immediately.
Yeah. And I was a big Toy Story fan when I was younger, so I thought perhaps,
He found his way back.
Yeah,
and he beat you.
Because it had shown my age that Toy Story was my first movie, and I'm sure it was your... You'd seen many movies, perhaps even some R-rated ones before you were... I believe the magic. I was a very imaginative child.
Obviously not imaginative enough to imagine that your parents got it for you. Obviously your parents came back with you from Tasmania.
Yeah.
How did they manage
That's why it was so
sneak
weird.
it into the house or purchase this on the trip? Like, was there just some sort of collectibles fair on the ferry, on the boat back?
I have no idea, but they did it. So quite recently, I was like, how did he get back from Tasmania? I left him on a swing, I'm pretty sure, on a wooden swing somewhere, and then they said they bought a new one, but I still don't know how it happened.
Maybe he's still out there on that swing.
He might still be out there in the swing, or this might actually be him and they were lying to me, but trying to make me not believe in magic. He has a prominent place on my shelf, and I brought him in today especially to show everyone, show and tell.
But when people think of Thunderbird, they think of the green thing. They don't think of the
because the green thing was unique. Everyone's seen a spaceship before.
That's true.
And why was the spaceship even flying around beneath the atmosphere of the Earth anyway? No one really asked that question. What did you bring this week? I think we've heard enough about Virgil Tracy and his excellent adventures flying from Tasmania all the way back to South Australia onto my mantelpiece.
I brought
the first inaugural show and tell, Mark and Chris show.
Unassuming Coke can.
It looks like a Coke can to me, Mark.
It looks like a terribly out of focus Coke can until I do this.
I
Ready?
think perhaps it might be a Coke can, but I'm willing to let you
shake it up, and then we
change my mind.
And give it a bit of a jiggle and pop the top.
It looks a lot like a Coke can still.
Oh, what's that? The head pops up.
Whoa.
And then it's a transformer.
Whoa, it's got like chubby legs and everything.
I got it 5 or 6 years ago, and it was just at a flea market, and it was pretty cheap. I think it was like $20 or something like that. And there was another one.
That's not cheap.
Yeah, well, it is when I've eBayed them since, and they're like £80, which is, that's like $150 or something like that.
Yeah.
And the reason they're so expensive is because they were never actually sold as a product. They were just given out at Coca-Cola promotion parties in Japan. At this flea market, the reason I was convinced to buy it is because I saw it for $20, and then at another stall I saw it for $30, so I ran back and got the cheaper one.
Yeah.
I saw it as a sign that it was meant to be mine. Because I collect a bit of Coke merchandise, and I used to also collect Pepsi merchandise. But good Pepsi merchandise is hard to get in Australia because most of it is just stuff from show bags that is just basically made by the show bag people, and then it's just labelled with Pepsi and all.
Yeah, they just put a can in there and that's it. And a beach ball.
Coke and Pepsi have always gone for different tracks with their merchandise. So Coke either have things that last a very, very long time and are seen as prestigious antiques like lamps and stuff, or toys from the 80s.
Plastic.
Or things that you use every day, such as glasses and calendars and things like that. Whereas Pepsi, back in the 80s, they had this thing called Pepsi Stuff, and it was all stuff that you wear so that you can show people, hey, I don't drink Coke, I drink Pepsi, which, as you know, Pepsi are always trying to do that differentiation thing. Leather jacket, 200 Pepsi points. Cap, 50 Pepsi points. And then you could send in your bottle caps and stuff and get Pepsi merchandise. Now the thing is, each Pepsi point was worth $1, so you could just send in a check and get Pepsi merchandise as well, because they don't give a damn. Like, they just want you to wear the Pepsi merchandise as free advertising for them. And at the end of this ad, there's this Harrier jet, and it says, with the Pepsi logo on it, it says 300,000 Pepsi points for this Harrier jet. You know, this first year college accountancy major, economics major or something, sends in a check for 300 grand and says, where's my Harrier jet, thank you, and they sort of laughed it off, and then eventually you end up taking them to court, and they thought, oh, okay, well, if this actually goes to court, surely they're going to throw it out, because no one in their right mind is actually going to think that we actually have a Harrier jet. But they figured it'd be free advertising, get on the news, different kind of media stream or something like that, and then they settled out of court once they got the free advertising out of it. So that was that story.
So they got him a jet?
No, they just gave him 300 grand.
Thanks for watching the Mark and Chris show. What should they do if they liked it?
Like it, share,
comment,
like, subscribe, comment, like,
dance,
suggest what to do next.
Ooh, suggestive.
What did you think about Mo?
I think it should go away soon.
It should. What
in one way or
crazy
another.
facial hair should I do next? What crazy facial hair should Chris do next?
I shaved. We never talked about that, but that's something that happened.
You can grow a beard. I've seen you grow a beard.
I can grow something.
Everyone can grow something.